South Callaway Bulldogs. I'm Colton Taylor, JT Gordon joining me. I can't speak apparently in Game 2 of the 85th Annual Tipton Tournament. We saw a good matchup early on in the first game between the Camdenton Lakers, as I'm trying to turn this up here and get my volume about right, between the Camdenton Lakers and the Otterville Eagles. JT, Camdenton took control early in that one and was able to punch their ticket to the semifinals.
Yeah, they were obviously a much larger school than Otterville, and the Otterville coach knew it was going to be a bit of a struggle to get started, but they got things going, and they Camdenton put it away, and they're advancing to the semifinals.
Yeah, and I will say that means that either of these teams, whoever wins, will face Camdenton. The championship side loser will go on to face Otterville in the semifinals of the consolation round. This game only broadcasting on MoSportsZone.com, so I guess I really don't have to worry about station IDs or any of that stuff, as Ryan's coming up now. JT, you want to swap out with him? Ryan, I'm actually going to send you to the other side and fill you in over there as we're getting ready to go. We'll get to our starting lineups in just a moment. First, though, National Anthem coming up, so we'll take a quick break while it plays. Doesn't come over our headsets very well. You're listening to this game on MoSportsZone.com, a product of Benny Media.
Butch's Small Engines east of Tipton is your sales and repair person for all makes and models of small engines. They sell and install B&W gooseneck hitches. They're a dealer for Echo chainsaws, weed trimmers, and blowers, and a Kohler warranty center. Butch's Small Engines is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday till noon. Highway 50, 3.5 miles east of Tipton. Butch's Small Engines. Call 660-433-5831. That's 660-433-5831.
Veracruz Mexican Restaurant wants to invite you to join them for a casual lunch or family dinner out for authentic Mexican cuisine. Veracruz has a great selection of burritos, tacos, seafood, enchiladas, salads, and more, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. Veracruz on South Highway 5 in Versailles and Veracruz Jr. on Highway 52 in Stover. Or you can check out their new location on Highway 65 in Lincoln. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, a proud sponsor of local athletics.
Hi, I'm Colton Taylor, and I use Versailles Total Fitness. Their 24-hour access makes it easy for me to fit gym time into my busy schedule. I love how spacious and versatile their gym is. With a wide selection of free weights, cable machines, and all the cardio equipment you could need, I have plenty of options to help me stay in shape to cover our local sports teams. They work hard to provide a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. Join me and everyone else at Versailles Total Fitness in becoming a healthier you. Versailles Total Fitness at 31 North Monroe, or give them a call at 573-789-6800.
Cliff Harris has been making happy customers at Warrensburg Ford and Chrysler and Marshall Chrysler for years with dedicated employees in sales and service. Now he's bringing those same qualities to California. The new California Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Find out for yourself why their customers leave happy.
Hi, I'm Cliff Harris, and I want you to be another happy customer.
All right, thank you very much, Cliff Harris. And as we get everybody mic'd up here, Ryan Retone joining me now. Ryan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, and I always like when I get to come out and watch some basketball, so hopefully we see a good one tonight.
We got a fun matchup here on MoSportsZone.com. Real quick, want to hit the starters as they're being announced. First for South Callaway under head coach Seth Thomas. Starting for them will be number 2, Deacon Daughtry, 5'9" sophomore. Number 10, Tabor Gray, 5'11" senior. Number 11, Colton Crocker. He is a 5'10" junior. Number 24, Tucker Jones, a 6'2" junior. Number 32, Adam Laux, 6'6" senior. Starting for the Tipton Cardinals, we're going to see number 3, Lucas Cashman. Number 10, Jackson Bailey. Number 21, Dane Schlotzhauer. Number 33, Zach Moon. And number 45, Emmett Haas, the starters in this matchup. Sorry, JT, I'm going to completely steal this from you.
You're fine. Am I live?
Huh?
Am I on?
Yeah, we're on and ready to go.
Both teams, this is their first game of the season. For Tipton, they've got a new coach. This is his first game. He said they've only had 10 practices together before this game.
Who only had 10?
The Tipton Cardinals only had 10 practices together.
They're kind of putting things together here.
Yeah, exactly. So.
All right, well, this should be a fun one. I'm anticipating a great matchup here. It looks like the jump is going to be between Laux and Haas. You can't miss Haas. Look at that mullet, man. That is
thing's sweet.
I guarantee he's physical down low. And the tip controlled by South Callaway. Bulldogs will get the opening possession of this game. Once again, winner goes on to face Camdenton Lakers in the semifinals, the 85th annual Tipton tournament. It's going to be straight man defense looking for the back lob. They got it. Good back screen and a lob finishing it for the Bulldogs. That was Tucker Jones.
Starting off with some fireworks there, just running Tipton through a few screens, and when you've only had 10 practices, you might not have gotten a chance to work on that yet.
I think these are new uniforms for the Cardinals as well, a little old school there. Full court pressure put on by South Callaway, able to break it down where the Cardinals, they get inside, shot blocked on the post, kicked back out though. A good save keeps it alive for the Cardinals. Good ball movement on the outside. That is Cashman, Lucas Cashman I should say, finds Jackson Bailey. Coming up to meet it though is Haas. And now Schlotzhauer. Dane Schlotzhauer, former KS95 cameraman, now turned basketball player. And going to the block, strong move just to catch it for Haas as he goes back out to Bailey. This is good defense early from South Callaway. Bailey all the way to the rim. Shot won't climb the iron. Board back to the Bulldogs.
It's really good defensive possession there for South Callaway. They just said their man was better.
Going baseline corner, three on the way, rattles out, offensive board, and a foul drawn on the dive for the rebound by Adam Laux, the 6'6 senior.
That foul's going to be on Jackson Bailey.
And I want to go back to the last possession for Tipton. If they can get the ball inside to Haas, who was very strong in there just to catch that pass, and he can look up at the rim, they'll be pretty set, I think.
As the first free throw falls for Laux. Second free throw coming, 3-0, the early lead. Fourth free throw up, or not fourth free throw, excuse me, fourth point of the game made off the second free throw. That'd be impressive.
I think they called a lane violation.
Did they? Oh.
Said he crossed the line.
That's what I get for looking up. This is the H&R Block first quarter, by the way, here at the 85th Annual Tipton Tournament. So it's just full court straight man pressure, a luxury for the Cardinals. You can just get the ball to Jackson Bailey and clear out. They try to trap him. He dribbles out of it, goes to the skip pass to Schlotzhauer. Good ball movement around, and one pass too many as the ball found its way to Zach Moon, and Zach thought Haas was going corner. Haas thought he was going to the rim.
I think Haas going to the rim is the right play there, getting inside, but just got to get on the same page here. It's early, it's first game.
South Callaway, 3-point lead and the ball. This is the 3-6 matchup. Going right to the block, trying to use that 6-6 frame. Lost his footing though, and a strong rebound pulled in by Lucas Cashman. He wants to push the tempo. Ahead to Haas, puts it up right hand off the front iron. Tipped, kept alive, and hauled in by Moon. Around the outside, Schlotzhauer, he'll try a three. It rims out. Rebound controlled by the Bulldogs. That was a near travel.
Yeah.
Corner three, no, going baseline for the Bulldogs. They want to get that ball inside, but a good trap by the Cardinals. Then re-stolen by South Callaway. Here's steal by Schlotzhauer. This game right now not for the faint of heart.
No, this really physical here on the defensive end for both teams. And I think we're going to see Tipton call a timeout here.
Call a timeout and settle things down. And I tell you what, we'll take a quick break as well. This is Tipton and South Callaway. 3-6 matchup. It's 3-0 with 5:45 to go in the first, and you're watching this game at MoSportsZone.com, a product of Benny Media.
Since 1944, Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company, Morgan County's only locally owned lumber yard, has been providing the area with quality building materials needed for its building, remodeling, and repair projects. Because customer care is Carpenter Gunther's #1 goal, your project is always their priority. They take as much pride in your project as you do. Reach them at 378-4433 Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and 8 to noon on Saturday. Carpenter Gunther, where they put the home and hometown business.
Divine and the Land Pro team will provide you with excellent service and more than 25 years of combined knowledge of the local real estate market. Looking to buy or sell land or farms in Miller, Morgan, or Camden County? Call Chuck Yo, the Land Pro, at 573-280-4452. Victoria Divine makes finding your next home enjoyable, utilizing the latest technology to bring buyers and sellers together. Buying a home is a big decision. Trust Victoria Divine to handle all the details for you. Divine & Associates, powered by eXp Realty, located across from Wood Supermarket in Eldon.
Chuck Yo, the Land Pro, getting us in to this basketball action here. It's a steal by the Cardinals. Quickly back the other way. Zach Moon looking for the reverse layup. Wouldn't fall, but he'll go to the line.
And it seemed like Tipton had a little more control there on the fast break. The timeout definitely worked, calmed everyone down, said, hey, I know we're just getting started, but if we just slow down and do what we've worked on, it's going to work itself out. And they slow down there and get a foul, and Zach Moon gets 2 shots, misses on the first free throw, though.
Now, JT, if I remember right, we got to see, Moon came off the bench to start last year, took over a starting role. He was a big factor for the Cardinals.
Right, his brother was a senior last year, and they played together for a little bit.
So the second free throw won't fall either, so the Cardinals still looking for their first points in this one. 3-0 with 5:13 to go in this first quarter. South Callaway hasn't really been hot offensively, as the three will not fall. That was put up there by Ethan Edwards, who just checked into the game. And action Jackson Bailey back with the left hand, won't go. Rebound put up and in by Moon.
Good job there by Moon, just to be waiting on the follow-up. You know, sometimes the first one doesn't go, but finally break the seal, and things might get going for Tipton here.
Can we take a moment to appreciate Dane Schlotzhauer's shoes? I don't know if that's Christmas themed or what he's got going on back
sick.
there. Those are amazing.
It looks like a 7-Up can.
I think it is. He's now sponsored by 7-Up.
But between the uniforms of Tipton, the hair that they've got going, and then his shoes, I'm really liking the look so far.
Look good, play good.
Yeah.
And great defense there. They go straight man, and it winds up in the hands of Wolf. Now Bailey looking to push the tempo, draw some contact, strong off the glass. Too strong, though. And the rebound controlled by Laux.
Moon was close to getting the rebound there.
And I thought Bailey did a good job of slowing things down there on the fast break, but still getting the shot he wanted, still pushing it up ahead, just couldn't get the layup to fall.
I got to give a little shout out to the officials. I believe that is Markham out there officiating. Markham did basketball and soccer when I was in school, and he was the only official who wouldn't give you a card from across the field. Instead, he would say, "Sir, come see me," so you had to walk your way to him, and then he could tell you what you did wrong and give you a card.
It was a learning experience.
Absolutely.
Definitely humbling.
We also learned early, do not argue because you're wrong. And on the inbounds, a little pitter-patter, I'll say there from Edwards. Look at the size of this South Callaway team. You've got 6'6" out there in Laux. You bring in 6'5" in Ethan Edwards, the junior off the bench. I mean, Tipton, they don't have heights listed, but I don't believe they have a player over 6'2", maybe, on the floor right now.
Yeah, and Ethan Edwards really looks like he could run guard for South Callaway. That's kind of
Yeah.
scary out of a dude that big.
Good ball movement around the outside by the Cardinals. Ends with Schlotzhauer inside, or excuse me, that was not Schlotzhauer. Trying to put that up. That was Lucas Cashman. Wouldn't fall. 3-2 remains the lead. Loud's going to try a 3, 6-6, and he can shoot it. All right, it's a 6-0 or 6-2 South Callaway lead.
Isn't that scary when you've got big men now stepping out beyond the arc and hitting it?
Under 4 minutes to play. This has been a defensive show, not an offensive one. In the trap was Will Cashman, able to get out of it. Bailey comes back to meet the pass, gets in the middle of the floor, dishes it off to Wolf. He'll go baseline. His shot blocked. However, he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Laux with a good play there on help defense, just caught a little too much of the body of Zach Moon, and you can credit the fact that he wasn't scared and went up against him anyways.
I think that's the mentality you have to have when going against a bigger guy.
Right.
You got Zero Cooper Pettigrew in the game for the Tipton Cardinals. He's got the old school sweatband going.
Yeah, we really do have all the looks on this Cardinals squad.
He's got the old school sweatband, some pretty neat hair. You know, most basketball coaches make you like buzz your hair and cut it, but I'm kind of liking it. We got all the varieties.
I think the State Fair baseball team needs to give that a shot. We need to see some mullets, armbands, all that.
Look, you'll see a lot of buzz cuts if you come out to State Fair. That's about all.
And the second free throw up and good as well for Zach Moon. So 4-6, Tipton cuts the lead to 2 with 3:18 to go in this first quarter of play. South Callaway gonna get a play called out from their coach. It results in a 3 up and good. Dane Daughtry with the 3.
And South Callaway really wanting to get things done beyond the arc. They forced it inside a few times, but you can tell I think they've taken 5 or 6 now.
And look at the patience on the press break. Hits a wide open look, just wouldn't fall. Sometimes those open shots are the toughest ones to make.
We saw that in the first game with Otterville. They had trouble getting those open shots.
And look at the ball handling, getting to the mid-range, fighting for the rebound. Now we got bodies on the floor, but it winds up back in the hands of Gray. Kicked out 3 on the way, won't go off the front iron. Once again, a fight for the ball. I believe Cashman has it. He does, and he is fouled.
Look, we haven't seen Tabor Gray score the basketball yet for South Callaway, but you can tell that he's a hooper, the way that he dribbles the basketball and carries himself. That elbow jumper right there was a big-time move out of him. And if those start to fall, that's pretty scary.
When you see a guy hit that double crossover and then step into a mid-range shot, it's like, okay, you've scored a time or two before.
Right.
Bailey comes back to meet the pass. Once again, full court pressure, and I think Tipton can take advantage of this. Jackson Bailey is a very confident, talented player. I say that as the ball is knocked out of bounds, last touch by Bailey. You've got to get Jackson going. He probably has the best jump shot on this team. once again, that's no offense to anybody else on the team. Jackson just, I mean, I've seen this kid light it up.
Is Jackson by chance related to Charlie Bailey?
He absolutely is.
You can definitely tell.
They also have an older sister, Kylie Bailey, who was on multiple Final Four teams as well.
Makes sense.
Shocking. It's just the entire bloodline is really good at basketball. I did ask
thought?
Coach Culpepper after the game yesterday, who is the best shooter in the Bailey family? He went with Charlie.
I'd believe it. She looks like she can knock it down from just about anywhere.
Yeah, struggled a little bit, but found a way to get him to go late in the game. Back the other way now, fighting against this pressure for the Cardinals. That is Ben Bestien. He kicks it out. Mid-range jumper on the way off the back iron. Wouldn't fall for Will Cashman. Picked up and running the floor is Gray. Gray gonna settle into a three. Lets it go. Goes off the iron. Hauled in. Strong rebound by Emmett Haas. I'm just gonna guess Emmett Haas played on the line for the football team.
That's what I was thinking. He's got some size to him.
He's in a double team now and creates a little space. Finds Bailey. Bailey going to split the defense all the way to the rim. Right hand. They get him for a charge.
Yeah.
Wow. South Callaway. That was Gray sliding into the path of Bailey.
Yeah, that's Tabor Gray again. Just a little bit of basketball IQ sliding under there. And it's probably a 50-50 call. That time it went South Callaway's way.
Speaking of ball players, I see some of the coaching staff for sales up there. Ryder Williams with them. He's pretty decent at the game of basketball in his own right.
Yeah, I've heard that.
42-point performance in the opening round. And Gray getting to that mid-range, firing the shot, goes off the iron, hauled in, strong rebound from Pettigrew. Gives it to Bailey, 1:20 to go, 9-4. Tipton struggled, but South Callaway hasn't lit up the scoreboard either. Bailey able to get across half court finally, and a good hesitation move. A little pump fake and finish from Emmett Haas.
I'm a big fan of the pump fake, especially in the post. It's not really utilized the way it should be, and he did a good job there.
South Callaway, 1 minute playing, a 3-point lead, got the ball. This Tipton defense has been good. South Callaway's best offense has come from long range, so Tipton has done a good job of taking away the paint, making things difficult for the Bulldogs.
Right. I think it's a good sign when shots aren't falling for you, as they really aren't for Tipton, that your defensive effort is still there, because typically your defensive effort comes and goes with your offensive effort, but so far they've been sound on the defensive end.
On the inbound, three on the way, knocked down, splashed home by Colton Crocker. Never leave a Colton open, I've told you guys.
That wasn't even bad defense, though. That was pretty good defense. He had a hand in his face, just a better shot.
It's a Colton thing, man. The tougher you defend us, the more we're going to hit. Reach-in foul going to be called, though, on the other end. That's going to go against Tucker Jones.
You can keep trying to talk up the play, Ryan, but it does not help for Colton's bad jokes.
It's only going to get worse as the night goes on.
That's good. Quick question. You want Coach Edson at the halftime of this game? He's over there.
Yeah, actually, if he'd like to, that'd be great.
I'll see if I can get him lined up for that.
Okay. I think I potted down the right mic. Can I still hear you?
Yeah, I think
I potted down the right mic. Look at that.
It's always a challenge.
Tipton on the inbound, moving the ball around the outside. Bestien had a look. Skip pass. Bailey lines up a three. Too strong off the back iron. Pettigrew the rebound. Out to Bailey. Thought about another instead. He's going to go right to the teeth of the defense.
Wow.
Right hand counted on the foul.
That is a big-time take out of Jackson Bailey, and a lot of times for a shooter, it doesn't matter where you see it go in. You just need to see something go through the hoop. His last three-pointer looked really good, and now he finally sees something go through the cylinder.
Jackson Bailey's that guy that you know he's going to get his points. It's just a matter of when is he going to start heating up.
And if you're South Callaway, you might want to watch out. Oh, well, he missed his free throw.
Yeah, free throw won't go, so the lead stays at 4. 25 seconds remaining in the H&R block of Versailles' first quarter. South Callaway back the other end. Nice take, a rather awkward take by Colton Crocker, but he's going to go to the line for two.
One thing I've noticed about these South Callaway guards is it seems like they're extremely skilled, if that makes sense. Like they're very confident in their moves. Everything they do is a high level of basketball. They might not have the strength of some of those higher level college guys, but they definitely utilize next level moves.
I couldn't agree more. The fundamentals are advanced for these guys. They've got the basic handles down, and they've added a little to their repertoire. First free throw up and good, 13-8 the lead. Second free throw coming up, rolls over the iron, rattles around, and falls home. 14-8, South Callaway up by 6. 18 seconds left. They go with just straight full court man pressure.
I think you need to get the ball to Bailey here. Well, never mind.
Instead, you go to the back end. Pettigrew breaks down the press and lays it in.
I guess that works too when you got someone wide open.
4 seconds left in the quarter. South Callaway going to try to get a look off. Deep three on the way. Goes off the iron, won't fall. So a defensive stand to end the half, as I think Tipton is starting to see. If we break down this press, we can get layups on the backside. We've played one quarter. We'll come back in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
exterior of your home needs repair or it's in need of a fresh new look, Elite Roofing and Siding is here to help. Be assured you'll receive excellent service as our customers have once again voted us best roofer at the lake. We appreciate your business and for trusting us with the exterior of your home. Call us today at 302-ROOF. That's 302-ROOF. For all your roofing and siding needs, Elite Roofing and Siding, serving the lake area for more than 20 years.
Farmland Grocery LLC in Syracuse is a discount grocery store that carries surplus, bent and dent, seasonal, close-to-date foods, and dated foods. They get new items in every week, and products constantly change. They also sell food in bulk by the case for a discount. Farmland Grocery is open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5, and until 6 on Friday. Located directly north of the Highway 50 and D intersection in Syracuse. Follow Farmland Grocery LLC on Facebook to stay up to date on new arrivals.
All right, we're back here. Second quarter play brought to you by Gladstone Cove Trailer Sales. Tipton with first possession trailing by 4. Going to the short corner. Meeting that is Emmett Haas. Up to Bailey, top of the key. Wolf steps out, trying to find Haas. It's tipped, winds up in Haas's hands. He gives the pump fake, goes up strong off the glass and scores.
I guess it worked there for Emmett Haas. He didn't have the greatest positioning whenever that pass came through, but sometimes it's better to be in the wrong spot, I guess, and it all works out. Now it's a 2-point game all of a sudden. Tipton coming right back into this thing.
Setting up the 3 is South Callaway. Goes off the front iron, won't fall. That's the thing with this Bulldog offense. You live and die by the 3. Bailey back the other way. Hesitation goes right into the teeth of the defense. Right hand won't go. Bailey keeps it alive. It's tipped, I believe, last touch by South Callaway. Saved back.
Oh, my
Wow.
goodness.
How that avoided the back supports and everything else, I don't know. And my goodness, this ball is everywhere. Ahead to South Callaway, dropped, won't go. Bailey a strong rebound. Cards have the outlet if they want it. Ahead Wolf, one more pass to Haas, couldn't quite get it to him.
That was the right idea there, and now Tipton's coach, that is Michael Reeves, he's going to say, hey, let's slow it down and get into our set offense. It all worked out, but, man, there was a lot going on right there.
2-point game, 7 minutes to go. If we're being honest, the way Tipton started this game offensively, you don't feel bad at all about being down 2. 3 ball on the way for the lead off the iron, wouldn't go. A great fight to keep it alive by Wolf, but he could not haul it in.
I'm enjoying this. The refs really matching the level of physicality of the teams here, identifying like, hey, we don't got to call a foul. They're going to play through it and be just fine, because there definitely could have been a foul there. But they're going to say, hey, let's play through it.
No, I like that. This is a physical game, and you're letting the kids go a little bit, but they're trying to set up. That is South Callaway looking for another 3-point shot. They bring the 6-6 post out. Good ball movement around. 3 on the way off the front iron. Won't fall. Strong rebound once again by Zach Moon.
Tabor Gray's got to be getting annoyed, because I've seen him shoot 6 3-pointers that I think look like they're going in, and then they just haven't. And if they start going in, it's going to be a big night for him, but so far, not much out of him. No points.
It's just constant down screening right now, coming up meeting the ball for the Cardinals, trying to set up an open lane as Cashman goes to Wolf at the high post. A weave game now. Bailey right hand, right side of the glass. Shot too strong. Bailey's getting his looks. They're just not going. Ball restolen though by Cashman. Picked up by South Callaway. Back to Cashman. Over to Wolf. Lays it up and in. We're all tied up.
Tipton really taking advantage of this transition game. As here we got another 3.
Tabor Gray proving that if you shoot enough, eventually you will make one.
That shot is pure.
That is one of those high-risk, low-reward passes. Tipton trying to go the length of the floor, has it stolen. Smith Cotton back the other way. Corner 3 coming up. Knocked down. Colton Crocker.
That is disastrous if you're Tipton there. You were just tied the game, and then give up a 3, turn it over, give up another 3. But what we've seen so far is that they're not really backing down, so look to see a good possession here.
Haas nearly traveled, able to find Wolf, who steps back and floats it in. It was an awkward possession, but when it ends in 2 points, you don't really care.
Zach Moon's starting to have a big night here. He's already got 8 points early.
He's physical inside, just like his older brother was. South Callaway trying to go to the low block, let the big man eat, but he is forced out by Haas, who lives up to that last name. Stepping into the 3, goes off the iron.
And there you see your center firing for 3 again.
Yeah, Laux once again, a true 6-6. Bailey pushing the tempo, and he is fouled. So it's a 4-point deficit for the Cardinals, but they look a lot better here in the second quarter.
Well, definitely. It was just 2 little, mishaps there that led to it being a 6-point game, but they showed that their offense is kind of settled in here, realized, hey, it's the second quarter of the first game of the year. We can start to run things confidently now, and they're just down by 4. That was very lucky there for South Callaway. That could have been on Tucker, which would have been his third, but they ended up giving it to Crocker and then checking Tucker out of the game.
So this is I believe this is a 3-2 zone right now being played, but getting into the teeth of the defense. Once again, Zach Moon with the bucket.
Already into double digits. That's 10 for him tonight. Taking over.
Ironically enough, it's supposed to be a full moon tonight, and Zach Moon is displaying his full arsenal here. And him and Haas, sometimes when you get that big body rolling, it's hard to stop it.
I think that's 15 yards for pass interference on that one.
I'm just saying, I don't think Adam Laux is used to, having somebody that can push him around very often. But I'm telling you, that right tackle that is Emmett Haas is going to push around a lot of people.
Emmett Haas already has 2 fouls. You might as well get 4 of them. They gave it to you,
Yeah, he's going to take a seat for a little bit. 4:20 to go in the second quarter. 3 on the way. Draws near iron. Zach Moon doing dirty work down low, pulling in the board. And Bailey is fouled trying to turn the corner. This is kind of a new look for the Cardinals right now. They are starting to draw the contact, get the whistles. If you can get into that double bonus, you can help yourself out a lot quickly.
Well, right, and we've talked about it on our first few broadcasts of the year with the new bonus rules. Things change. Free throws are a little bit more important now. You're going to the line more often. If you get fouled, you're going to the line the rest of the quarter, and sometimes it happens with 3 or 4 minutes left in the quarter. So,
and Laux will come out for South Callaway. They will bring in Ethan Edwards, so you trade 6'6" for 6'5". And an errant pass, but Bailey goes back to pick it up. A little confusion there from the Cardinals. Schlotzauer receives it. There's Pettigrew with it in the corner. Bailey comes back to meet him.
South Callaway's dropped down into 3-2 zone, and I think Tipton's yet to identify it, but I'm sure that Coach Reeves is going to get it figured out here on the next possession, and they'll get more in his own offense.
Yeah, they're going to get Bailey for the foul. He was trying to dive on the loose ball, but a little contact there. Bailey will come out again. That is his third foul. So Jackson, he's got some looks. They just haven't fallen yet for him. So into the game for Bailey. That is Will Cashman checking back in. 3 the other way, though, for South Callaway, and it draws nothing. Rebound pulled in by Lucas Cashman. Restolen by South Callaway, though. Attacking the rim, lots of contact, no whistle, but the shot falls. Colton Crocker with the impressive lay-in, lead back to 4.
He threw that about as hard as he could off the rim, and somehow it climbed up the front of it and in.
Quick passing the other way results in a Cashman layup. Good ball movement. Lucas Cashman gets 2. It's a 2-point game with 3:15 to go here in the second quarter. Driving baseline, dishing out. Deep 3 on the way. Draws iron. Nobody there to get a body. Offensive rebound put up and almost falls for Graydon Pontius. The 6'3 sophomore, he'll go to the line for 2.
Offense is starting to warm up here. Both of them showcasing some really quick ball movement. And for Tipton in the first quarter, that's kind of what hurt them, is their rotations and their ball movement was just a little bit slow, but now they're getting that little extra pep in their step, maybe a little extra confidence, and both teams now moving the ball very efficiently.
Interesting free throw for him there for Graydon Pontius as he knocks down the first. So
Definitely a lot of arch.
Yeah, 20-23. I will say I'm enjoying watching Colton Crocker out here for South Callaway because there's only one other player I've said this about, and that's Ryder Williams. This kid has no conscience when it comes to shooting the 3. He does not care where he's at on the floor.
No, he's definitely going to wake up tomorrow and look at his shooting percentage and be like, man, I might have held on to a few of these, but the thing is, they're going to eventually start falling throughout the season, and some teams are going to have to watch out.
Nah, shooters don't worry about percentages. They just think, I should have shot a few more.
Yeah, no joke. He's letting them fly from anywhere. I like it.
So Will to Lucas to Wolf. Back to Lucas, drives right hand off the glass, rolls home. Lucas Cashman with the bucket.
He sees one go on the last possession, and now he might be a little more confident with that take.
A rather awkward move there trying to finish was Ethan Edwards. Rebound to the Cardinals. They got a chance to tie or take the lead. Lucas Cashman facing the double team, winds up on the floor with it. And a timeout going to be called by the Cardinal bench. The wheels were coming off fast. And Coach Reeves wanted to save the possession with the timeout. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and welcome to Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales. Do you need a trailer to get your boat out of the water? Maybe just a replacement trailer. Or considering selling your boat, and you know a trailer will help get it done. We carry 11 lines of high-quality boat trailers, and if we don't have what you need, we also build our very own line of custom aluminum boat trailers. Thanks to everyone that's been by or just heard of us and gave us a referral. From my family to yours, we can't thank you enough.
H&R Block of Versailles is a family-owned and operated block advisor's office celebrating 10 years of business serving Versailles and the surrounding areas. Pamela Johnson, an enrolled agent, and her certified team are here to prepare your taxes, handle your bookkeeping and payroll, plus audits, tax notices with the IRS and the state, and problem solving and issue resolution. For more information, call the H&R Block office on Monroe Street in Versailles at 573-378-5843. 573-378-5843.
All right, back here in the second quarter, 2:27 to go. It is a 2-point lead for South Callaway. This has been a physical contest and a battle here. I mean, this game has never opened up more than 6 points at any time.
No, and it really looked like South Callaway was going to kind of run away with it there for a second, but Tipton just kept coming right back into it.
And a turnover by the Cardinals winds up in the hand of the Bulldogs. Floater won't go. Strong rebound by the big man. Turnaround little hook shot won't go either. Over the back, no whistle. Loose ball fought for. They're going to say went off of South Callaway. You cannot go in the paint and just expect a call right now.
No, they're playing pretty much tackle football on the inside, and it's pretty fun to watch. It reminds me of old school basketball like we talked about during the break. One thing that I think is going to really hurt this Tipton team with Jackson Bailey on the bench is breaking this press, but they do it with ease here, just passing it.
As they get it into the front court with the ball right now, setting on his hip, getting the play call. It's Cashman. Ball moving around from Schlotzhauer. As he finds Bestian. Over to Wolf, who has it tipped, has to corral it in. Schlotzhauer will try a three. He knocks it down.
I wanted to mention that after Schlotzhauer's first attempt in the first quarter, his shot looks about as pure as ever as he gives the Tipton Cardinals the lead right there. If he gets going, it could be scary.
First lead of the game, and just like Bailey's are all shooters, Schlotzhauer's are all good at basketball, it turns out. He is the twin sibling of Ava.
Man, Ava's been putting on a show.
Yeah, what are the odds that you have twins, a boy and a girl, and they both turn out really good at basketball?
Like, hey, no joke. I feel like usually it ends up being like one's really unathletic and the other one's really good. Not for them.
No.
The bloodline in Tipton's different, I guess. I mean, they're all good.
We joke there's something in the water. I mean, there's something special about the basketball programs going on up here.
I need some water from here because I love basketball, but I'm awful at it.
So South Callaway trailing by 1:15 to go here in the second quarter.
The game they've really led the whole time until now.
JT, welcome back. Did you miss us?
I did, yes.
Good.
I was out politicking and shaking hands with fans.
And what a floater on the baseline there from Tucker Jones as South Callaway regains the lead. Well, while you were politicking, Tipton was making a comeback. They're right back in this one.
I was watching it with Coach Walters from Versailles and Coach Edson from Camdenton. They were impressed by some of the shooting.
And good ball movement to the inside. Shot blocked, though. Bestian had a good look, but South Callaway had other plans. As back into the game is Laux. Immediately an impact. He drives baseline. No one there to stop him as he lays it up and in.
That's not fair because there was someone there to stop him, but he just has such a size advantage. Like, what's this defender supposed to do? Take a charge, I guess.
That's about your only hope there. Under 30 seconds to play, it's a 3-point lead for South Callaway. Schlotzhauer going to have to go to the ground. No, he's able to save it. Skip pass. This South Callaway defense is legit. Deep three from Schlotzhauer knocks it down.
How about the knuckleball there from Schlotzhauer? No rotation, doesn't matter.
To quote Charlie Bailey, hand down, man down, that shot was going up. 5 seconds to go. South Callaway going to try to get a look here. Forces the floater. It won't go. Rebound Cardinals. Heave won't count. Didn't go anyways. So after 2 quarters of play, we haven't decided a single thing. It is 28-all. Your Hy-Vee halftime show coming up in just a moment. You're watching and listening to MoSportsZone.com, KS95 sports product of Benny Media.
Are you looking for a rewarding career that includes tons of perks? Stop in today at your Jefferson City or Osage Beach Hy-Vee and see the difference. They're offering extremely competitive pay, plus benefits include medical, dental, and life insurance backed by a 401k plan and bonuses. Find yourself in a career with Hy-Vee. Stop in today at your Jefferson City or Osage Beach Hy-Vee or visit high-v.com for employment opportunities.
Insurance Associates America, your leading agri-insurance agency in Tipton, insuring poultry and swine buildings since 1975. Let them be your trusted choice for your homeowners, auto, farm, life, and health, property, casualty, workers' comp, bonds, IRAs, and annuities. Insurance Associates America, friendly professional service. Call Bob Rolls and Sheila Moon, your trusted choice independent insurance agents in Tipton at 660-433-2141. Insurance Associates America, 660-433-2141.
The Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Lori have been helping families and friends celebrate a lifetime for over 170 years. The Kidwell Garber staff will guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of your loved one. Simple or elaborate, traditional or unique, the service can be anything you wish. Together, you and their staff will design the perfect memorial or funeral service for your loved one. The Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Lori, and online at kidwellgarber.com.
All right, we're back for the Hy-V halftime show, and joining us now, the head coach of the Camdenton Lakers, Coach Edson, with us. Coach, what do you think of your squad's performance here tonight?
Hey, first and foremost, I just appreciate you guys covering us. That's awesome. Love to have that support from anybody. I really appreciate that from you guys. Tonight, hey, it's just really glad to be at 1-1. Very well, easily could have been 0-2. You just never know how, especially in a tournament. Class 5 team versus Class 1 team. You don't know who's going to show up. So, very proud that we came out with a victory. Obviously, a lot of things to work on. Still early in the season, still kind of getting our footing in our shots and everything like that. But extremely proud to win a game in a tournament, any tournament we play in.
I was really impressed with your guys' defense. 4 quarters of play, 3 of those quarters, you were able to hold Otterville to single digits. Do you feel like your team is going to be a defensive first team and your offense comes from that? Or is that something you're preaching to the boys?
That's my preaching. That's my service. I hope everybody's attending and listening. We're trying to fly around and create as much havoc as we can, and especially in the Class 5 setting. And we're playing the Ozark Conference. It's extremely challenging. We're not going to be matched up very well with those guys skill-wise. So we've got to find, I always preach to the guys, we got to find whatever that it is. Whatever the it is, we got to find it, and that's going to be scrappy. We got to play scrappy basketball all the time. We kind of hung our hat with that last year and did exceptionally well. Now we've got a way different group than we had last year, but same thing is applying, that we got to try to win on the defensive end, try to get some offensive transition points and start hitting some shots.
Well, it was clear your guards wanted to get out and run, but the most impressive thing that I saw tonight was actually Robbins. The work he does inside, even if he's not scoring, it seems like he's affecting the rebounds, he's affecting shots, and he does a good job of kicking it back out to the guards to get looks for them.
Extremely unselfish player, exactly like you said. Sometimes a little too unselfish. I want him to go back up to the rim because I don't think there's very many guys that can jump with him. He's got an untapped potential that he doesn't even understand yet, and it stinks that he's a senior and we're still talking about that. But like you said, a presence that even if it's defensively and somebody's driving in the lane, there you see his presence and you know that he can jump just from a couple plays before. He will play a huge factor in our success for the entire season.
Now, you guys won this tournament last year. You come in as the defending champions, the 2 seed of this tournament. What does it mean to come in as the defending champions, and how big would it be for your season to start off by defending that title and winning the 85th annual Tipton tournament?
Without a doubt, and I'm just pleased. Again, I thank you guys for the coverage. I just am pleased to be able to play in this tournament. I know it's a Class 5 school, and we're playing smaller schools, but there's some of the best talent around that it's right here on this gym, night in and night out, every time this tournament comes. So to answer your question, if we go back-to-back as far as tournament champions, that's huge. And can't take away from South Callaway or Tipton, who we're going to see tomorrow, but then you got Versailles or possibly Cali after that. So all these teams are exceptionally good, and so it would be a huge momentum boost. Last year we won our first 9 game of the season, got a 6 seed at the Blue and Gold tournament in Springfield, which is fantastic. We haven't had that for a long time. So that kick-started that. Now we kind of tumbled from there, but moving on to this year, the mentality that these guys need as far as the positive outlook moving forward, winning this tournament would be huge, absolutely.
Hey, you're going to get the winner of this game between South Callaway and Tipton. What have you seen so far in the first half?
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect from either team because this was their first games. South Callaway I haven't ever seen, to be honest. They weren't in the tournament last year. Tipton we played against in the semifinal last year. Solid group that lost some seniors and then new coaching change. So, hey, both teams are playing intense. South Callaway's flying around all over the place, it seems like. Got some guys that can shoot. I think Tipton, if they put a few more in at the block, they're probably up right now and having more success. But both teams intense defense, like we talked about before, and being able to shoot and get the ball to the basket.
I'm just thinking of the potential battles we could see with with Robbins and Louds, the big guy for South Callaway out here
32.
going at it. Boy, that'd be a fight. And then Tipton, both of their posts are extremely physical as well. They got guards that want to fly all over the place. I've decided your guards have no fear. Those guys, I mean, it's like I saw loose balls. They're diving for it, 100 mile an hour all game long. I would say no matter what, we're going to have a fun matchup in the semifinals.
Without a doubt, yeah, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be coming down to who has the last possession, I believe, or who's actually gonna create more stops and have something rolling offensively.
Well, we're looking forward to that'll be Thursday night at 7 o'clock, right?
That's it.
All right, well, Coach Edson, we will be back with you Thursday night, 7 o'clock. It's at MoSportsZone.com. If you get bored and you want to go back and watch, the videos go right to YouTube or save. You can go back and watch your own game, or if anybody wants to tune in. Also, of course, we'll be on the radio on Mix 92.7. But we appreciate you coming up, chat with us, and good luck scouting night, getting ready for whoever you're going to face.
That's exactly right. Hey, thank you guys so much again. Thanks for the coverage. Go Lakers.
All right, we appreciate it. Go Lakers. That is Coach Edson, head coach of the Camdenton Lakers, joining us right now as his squad got a big win in dominant fashion, and they move on to the semifinals of the tournament that they won just a year ago. Ryan, you start a season in the position that Camdenton's in. If you can go back-to-back at a tournament, what kind of momentum builder is that?
Well, I think it's really good for him, and he talks about how it propelled kind of their start to the season. They go down to the blue and gold in Springfield, and they get a higher seed because of it. I really think it just gives them a lot of confidence. Look, they play in a very, very tough conference, especially as they're one of the smaller schools that participate in it. So for them to get a little bit of confidence here, and they play some good teams here. We're seeing two really good teams right now out of Tipton and South Callaway. You start to get a little bit of confidence. You never know how far that could ride for you.
It's a big spark anytime that you can start, especially with, he talked about the conference they play in. Camdenton plays, oh my gosh, in a conference full of giants and all-stars where, the amount of collegiate guys you're going to run into is limitless down there. So anything you can get early in the season to build the not only momentum but the confidence of your team is huge. Now we're going to flip that back to Tipton and South Callaway. Second half coming up, Ryan. If you are the head coach of the Tipton Cardinals, what do you want to see out of your squad in the second half?
I want to see more of what you saw in the second quarter. Confidence when it comes to moving the basketball and your rotations on defense. It's always a good sign whenever you see your team warm up throughout the first game. And I don't mean warm up as in like get loose or whatever. I mean warm up as in be a little more confident in what's going on. I guess we've used the word confidence a lot, but when you're early in the season, that's really the key to everything. Confident in the system that the new coach is putting in, confident in their shot, confident in their defensive abilities. All of that, it plays a big factor not only tonight but moving forward. So as this second half gets going, I think they just need to play fast, honestly. Almost play with no rules.
And that is the best kind of basketball. When you can play free, it really changes everything. Oh, that is fantastic. I love this. We basically have an extra producer here in JT now who I get him to do this once in a while where I'll steal him. And this guy was up. What time do you wake up to do the morning show? 4:30?
My first alarm goes off at 4:10.
Me too.
Oof.
Yeah? Look at him.
I tried.
Do you also wake up?
You're also like 50 years younger than me, Ryan, so don't be
No,
bragging
I'm
too
not.
much.
No, I'm more impressed that you do it than I do. I just wanted to say I was up whenever you were. I'm way more impressed. I will not be doing it 50 years from now. I can promise you that.
So JT wakes up at 4:15, hits the weights, and then
Ryan's over there trying to calculate. I'm 20-something. He's 50-something. Is he really 72
he's
years
not
old?
72. His beard may look 72, but
That's what I was thinking. I was like, 72 sounds a little wrong to me.
JT is, are you 52 or 51?
Yeah, sure. I'll take that.
What are you actually? I should know this. Like, I know when your birthday is, but I don't know what age you are. I'm going to have to ask Michelle about that.
Friday, you'll be able to count my age on two hands.
On two hands. Oh, my gosh. So you're 54? 55. You are 55 right now, and I'm bad at it.
I will be 55.
I apologize. My camera froze up, it looks like. I don't know how that happened this time. That's okay. We make mistakes, specifically me.
It was running just a moment ago because I checked in on it.
Technology is
Well, that's fine. If you're watching, you just randomly saw my face, and I'd apologize, but, I'm out of apologies today. All right, we're ready to go to the Poly Lift third quarter here. It's a tied game, 28 apiece. Who's going to get the momentum, and who's going to come out on top and punch their ticket to meet Camdenton in the semifinals of this game? First possession, South Callaway clearing a little space, driving inside. Colton with it, skip pass down to the block. Good denial, though, by Cashman as he comes out on the ball. Trying to get my roster straight as I've got everything flipped around now. For South Callaway, skip pass, Dane Daughtry goes back to meet it. This is good defense on the opening defensive series. High scooping layup won't go. A little bit over the back, no whistle though. Going to be called on Laux, but a steal by the Cardinals.
There's a little ball don't lie moment as they get it back, but now they lose it again.
The ball wasn't sure if it was lying. It may have told a fib. Either way, 3 on the way off the back iron. Won't go. Rebound fought for. Bailey keeps it in and saves it to Dane Schlotzauer. Gives it back to Bailey.
Jackson Bailey, you know, you asked me at halftime what I would do. I would definitely say feed Jackson Bailey the ball and let him get hot here, as he is in foul trouble. But you get him going, and he's coming up a little sore on that ankle, though.
I think that's one of those stingers. You take a knee to the side of the thigh or the side of the calf, and you almost got to just walk it off for a second.
But anyways, what I was saying is you get him going, and it seems like the entire Tipton offense, he's a facilitator and a scorer at the same time, and he breaks the press for you, so you really need him to start getting going on the offensive end.
Bailey is kind of a streaky player. If he hits 1, he might hit 5. Inbounds going back to meet it, Zach Wolf. Cashman now at the top of the key. Finds Bailey. They are trying to post Haas. Instead, Schlotzauer. Haas comes out. Drives with his right hand, gives it up to Wolf. Now Bailey, this is patient both ways. Neither of these squads are going to rush a bad shot, it seems like.
With Tipton, they've really ran 5 out and just kind of had the motion offense going the whole night. I really don't think there's any need to rush, but here they're going to get someone on the block.
And that somebody winds up being Zach Wolf. Quick spin, right hand up and in. Tipton takes the lead to start the second half.
That's what happens. You almost put the defense to sleep and then all of a sudden attach that guy on the block in Zach Moon and get the easy layup.
I called him Zach Wolf. You know, I'm just putting the 2 bigs together out here. Or wait, no, that was a big from last year. I'm just making up people now.
The only reason I remember his last name's Moon is because when I think Moon, I think of Jackie.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to think of that forever now. Jackie Moon, the legendary player, the trade by Will Farrell. And what a heads-up play by Jackson Bailey. His momentum was carrying him out of bounds, threw it off the leg of a South Callaway player, rolled out of bounds, so the possession stays with the Cardinals.
And that's where Bailey, despite only having 2 points tonight, has really shown his impact is just hustle plays like that, keeping the ball, keeping the possession, giving him a chance to extend this lead as 2 is the largest they've had tonight.
And Bailey steps into a 3 and knocks it down. 33-28, 5 points, the biggest lead for the Cardinals in this one. Can Tipton pull the upset and knock off the 3 seed?
You know, in seeding it might be an upset, but watching these 2 teams play, it seems like they're almost evenly matched.
I completely agree.
Well, and neither team playing a game. The seeding is completely off what you convince the other teams of. We're not that good this year. So
good ball movement by South Callaway. Colton Crocker with it, squaring up with Bailey. Bailey giving up nothing. They are trying to post, and a reach foul going to be called. Adam Laux is down there fighting with Haas, and he's able to draw a reach foul on Emmett Haas. Is that his third or his fourth?
It should be his 3rd tonight.
Just his 3rd. Haas has done a great job. They've also been able to bring in Cooper Pettigrew at times to kind of relieve Haas.
And Pettigrew's done a good job inside, but Haas definitely showing off his...
That's a travel. Great heads-up play there by Haas as he took away the lane. He knew that when Laux caught that ball, he was underneath the backboard, couldn't go up there, so he took away the lane he had to go to and forced Laux to take an extra step.
He's definitely been impressive on the defensive end. Only 2 points for him, but you don't really need him to score. Just go ahead and be a big guy and down low.
Schlotzauer, head to Moon. Bailey, back out to Cashman. He'll drive, flips it back out. Schlotzauer thought about the 3. Bailey thought about it as well, but he gets in the teeth of the defense. Right hand, climbs the iron, counted, and the foul.
you can see how excited he was. Pumped his fist. He's like, yes.
As I said earlier, Jackson Bailey's a streaky player. You give him 1, he might rattle off 5, and he's on a little bit of a hot streak here to start the 3rd quarter. Chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play.
I like that he doesn't really have any fear, just like his sister. You know, he's missed a few of those takes, but they've been really open and really good looks. So I'm glad that he continued to do it. Finally, the defense laxed off a little bit there, and he gets the and 1 on a tough finish. And finishes it.
8-point lead for the Cardinals. Yeah, you talk about, kind of tough in there like his sister. I would love to hear the trash talk amongst those players.
I think they play one-on-one a little bit.
I guarantee there's a lot of horse and pig played, and it takes quite a shot to win. Step back on the way. What a shot, creating space. Tabor Gray.
Big shot for Tabor there, knowing that he needed to go get a bucket as Tipton opened up this second half on an 8-0 run. Finally caps it off there. It lasted almost 3.5 minutes.
And Tipton just a little faster than they want to be as the pass travels out of bounds. Turnover back to the Bulldogs. Checking into the game is Pettigrew, Cooper Pettigrew. He will come in for Emmett Haas. 4:43 to go and a 6-point lead, 36-30 for the Cardinals. On offense. The Bulldogs trying to go down low to Laux. They do so, but his shot won't fall. Good rebound by Lucas Cashman.
Little high-low action there for South Callaway, and with their two big men and the size that they have, it seems like that's where they need to stay.
What a finish. Pettigrew, the left-hand scoop shot up and in. Quickly back the other way is South Callaway. Find themselves down 8 with 4:14 to go. Working the ball around the outside. Crocker gives it up. Laux, 3 up and good. Adam Laux.
That's not fair. You're not supposed to do that.
6'6", and he will shoot right over the top of you. A timeout going to be called. I didn't see which squad called
South
the timeout.
Callaway called it after the 3. And I do think they have some things they need to talk over, especially defensively here. They came out a little flat, to be honest with you.
We'll go ahead and take a quick commercial break. Be back with more. You're watching, listening. I don't know, you're doing something with KS95 Sports.
I'm Mark, Tech Manufacturing. Solving your problems is kind of our thing, especially when those problems include metal fabricating. If you need one piece or a bunch, let us know what you need and we can help. We can also help with laser cutting, trailer repair, and manufacturing. Rely on Keckners to get your problems taken care of. You might not need us today, but when you do, Keckner Manufacturing will be there. Keckner Manufacturing in Tipton, Missouri. Yes, we do that. Keckners.com. KOECHNERS.
Stepping onto the boat, pushing off from the dock, tying on the perfect bait, and casting a line. Sharing your favorite hobby. Brought to you by Lake Regional Orthopedics. From total joint replacement to memories that can't be replaced. Our commitment runs deep. Learn more at lakeregional.com.
Well, we can learn more at lakeregional.com a little later. Right now, we're learning more about this matchup as an errant pass out of bounds.
Jackson Bailey just didn't necessarily see that one in. He's just trying to look up court and go really fast because that's what he's best at. So you can't blame him for trying to get up ahead too quick.
All right, on the inbounds, 3, fired and knocked down. Quick trigger, Dane Daughtry makes it a 2-point gain.
Live and die by the 3. If you're Tipton, you just got to kind of suffer or survive through this little run they have here where they're making their 3-pointers and get back to forcing them to take not great shots, and they'll be just fine.
And what ball movement results in the lay-in? I almost said Jackie Moon. I wanted to so bad. No, instead that is Zach Moon with the lay-in. Count it and the foul, and a beautiful feed to send him there by Schlotzhauer.
There's something about a give-and-go layup, and especially whenever it results in a 1-and-1 that just really fires up a basketball crowd. I don't know what it is, but
it's one of the prettiest plays in basketball. It's to me, it's similar to like a well-executed pick and roll. Free throw up and good. 3-point play converted. 41-36, the Tipton lead. 3:38 to go. So JT, does that mean Heath is watching right now?
I believe he might be, yeah. So we've heard Tabor plays in a summer league with Ryder Williams and Reese Murdoch from Versailles.
Some pretty good talent to play with.
That's a lot of
as
talent.
He forces the shot up, it will not fall for Tabor Gray. He'll go to the line.
As we're talking about him, he's trying to make a play happen there for South Callaway.
I don't know who to compare him to, but he just reminds me of someone in the way he plays, and I don't know who it is, but
he has great control over his body and the ball
Yes,
simultaneously. He'll
yes.
move very quickly, but still control himself. His first free throw up and good.
you can tell he's definitely worked on the, you've got those like skills development coaches that you'll go work on and they'll like run you through drills. You can tell he's definitely worked with someone like that, just the way he controls his body and knows like, I want to get to this spot on the court and I know exactly the move I'm going to put on you before I do it.
I'm not positive, but Jackson Bailey may have played with those boys as well at some point in
I
time.
believe he has to,
It's
yes.
a talented team.
I'm just
right
thinking
there.
Reese Murdoch probably averages about 50 assists in those games. And a great feed to Cashman. What a job. That's the brother-to-brother connection right there. Will to Lucas as Will looked off the defense and dropped it to Lucas. 43-38 the Tipton lead. Back the other way are the Bulldogs. Trying to get this offense going, keep pace with this Tipton scoring machine. And a good fight underneath results in Pettigrew with the rebound. He gives it to Cashman, who is quickly fouled by Tabor Gray.
And that's something that maybe in the first half they might not have called a foul, but you can tell they definitely talked about maybe cleaning it up a little bit in the second half. And now shooting the rest of the time is Tipton, as that's the fourth foul of the quarter.
That was a great rebound by Pettigrew and a forceful pass there that caused that foul.
Pettigrew has given Tipton fantastic minutes off the bench.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Only 2 points to show for it, but if you've been at this game, you know that he's put in work.
Good ball movement from the guards. Pettigrew going to step into a three. The big man can shoot it. It went halfway down, came back out. Now South Callaway looks to run.
I've only been here for a game and a half, but that basket is unforgiving down there.
Oh, I think they've got it extra tight or something because it gives nothing to anyone. So South Callaway getting the play call in from the bench. Dane Daughtry gives it up to Colton Crocker. A little give and go with Laux. He's working against Moon, and what a move by Laux, but it won't fall. Zach Moon comes down with it as he loses balance, gets it to Jackson Bailey. Tries to turn the corner, left side, dishes it off. Beautiful pass. 1-2 pump fake from Will Cashman, but couldn't get the shot to go, partially blocked. Back the other way, Tabor goes into Pettigrew. Good job by Pettigrew to just stand there, but the offensive board put up and in. Who had that offensive rebound?
That was Tucker Jones.
Tucker Jones with the putback. Every bucket is important in this game. It's just a 3-point game, 43-40. Ball's on the floor, diving after it, but touching the baseline. Lucas Cashman, a great hustle, though.
That's got to be the most frustrating thing when there's a little scrum for the ball and you happen to slide out of bounds, or maybe slide a little too far and travel. It's like, man, I did everything right.
How can you stop that?
Yeah, right. It's like, got to stop my body somehow.
Do you know how sweaty I am at this point in the game?
I guess the only way you stop that is by getting a huge gash on your leg because it's hit the skin on the floor.
Floor burn is real. So 3-point game, Tabor with the ball, 1:30 to go. Ooh, that mid-range jumper, he's just so shifty. It's hard to keep up with. A little bit of a look of disbelief on Will Cashman's face as he didn't think he got him, but the officials did not agree.
You can tell he definitely clipped him on the way through, and that's definitely tough because you never want to foul on a jump shot, but I guess make him earn it the hard way because he does have a pretty good jumper.
And his free throw is solid, too, as it cuts the lead to 2:43-41. 1:29 to go here in the Polylift Boat Lift third quarter. Second free throw up and good. Didn't even think about grazing the rim.
Yeah, he's up to 6 points now in this quarter, 9 on the night. You can tell he's definitely into takeover mode. Probably a conversation they had at halftime.
And losing the ball, but able to gather it, as Will Cashman gives it to Bailey. Bailey lines up a three and knocks it down.
He didn't even think about taking that one. That was well beyond the three-point line. It'd been good from an NBA.
That was huge. Once again, I've seen Charlie hit the clutch threes. I've seen Bailey do this. Their older sister, Kylie, that was kind of her thing. She might not score all game, but you get to the fourth quarter and you need somebody to hit a shot with all the pressure. It was always Kylie. And now a big rebound. Under a minute to play. 4-point lead for the Cardinals. Bailey with the ball. He's had the hot hand in the third quarter. Cashman goes to Moon. Skip past Bailey, has to come back, get it at the logo. Over to Pettigrew.
With South Callaway back in this 3-2 zone, I almost feel like you hold for the last shot here. Never
Instead, mind. Cashman lines one up. That's Will. Pettigrew fights for it to keep it alive, but it goes to South Callaway. 30 seconds to go. South Callaway down by 4 with the ball. Laux has the corner three if he wants it. He does not. Gets it up to Crocker, who drives. Little jump stop and a beautiful pass feeding inside of the lay-in. Ethan Edwards.
Edwards, despite how much we talked up his frame in the beginning of the game, just his first points tonight.
15 seconds to go. Tipton with the ball. Plenty of time to get a look here to end the third quarter. The ball is Cashman. Pettigrew now. Moon to Pettigrew. Pettigrew's going to fire a three. Goes off the front iron. Wouldn't fall. And that's how the Polylift Boat Lift third quarter will come to an end. We've played 3. Tipton holds a 2-point edge, 46-44. Fourth quarter coming up. You're watching KS95 Sports.
Sure, people say vaping is a safer alternative to smoking. It's safer than swimming with sharks while dressed like a seal, flying a kite in the middle of a lightning storm, brushing your teeth with toilet water. Just because people say vaping is safer than cigarettes doesn't make it safe. Do your part. Spread the word and the trend.
This message brought to you by the Miller County Health Center. The goal of the Morgan County Health Center in Versailles is to make sure you feel your best and stay that way. A few of the public health and community services available at the Morgan County Health Center include CPR and first aid training, food safety classes, educational materials and classes promoting healthy lifestyles and activities, children and adult immunizations, and nutrition for expectant mothers and young children through the WIC program. For more information, follow the Morgan County Health Center on Facebook or call 378-5438. The Morgan County Health Center at 104 West Lafayette in Versailles, connecting the community to healthy choices.
All right, it's time for the Como Connect fourth quarter, where it is still anyone's game. 46-44 is the Tipton Cardinal lead. Bailey with the ball on the point out at the logo, calling out some commands to his teammates. They got a double down screen that ends with Cashman coming up, sets up Schlotzauer corner, three, splashes it!
He's fired up after hitting that one. No hesitation out of him or Bailey, man. They just fire, and it's dead on half the time.
Hey, big players make big plays, and we have seen that from a couple of these kids early. Back the other way, South Callaway. Great defense by Bailey, trying to take away Crocker. Three on the way, though. Off the iron, won't fall. Rebound fought for on the floor. Who's going to come up with it? Good hustle. And it goes to Moon, but it's restolen. What a job. And a timeout there, as you could see the wheels coming off. A little frustration by the Cardinals. They did not want to see that one go, but that was restolen by Tabor Gray, who just did not give up on the play.
No, he does a good job. He's so quick that he can just kind of sneak up on you and slide into a position that you're not really expecting him at. I think if you're Tipton, you really want to slow things down here. The way you win is kind of by controlling the ball here in this last quarter.
And it is a full timeout, as I believe that Coach Thomas there saw that, all right, this is a situation, it's a 5-point game. We need to make the most of every possession and talk about what we're going to do here.
Yeah, because I do think that just if Tipton could ball control a little bit, you don't really want to get in a three-point shootout with this team necessarily, because if all of a sudden South Callaway starts hitting their three-pointers, they could come back in a hurry. But, you know, you take your time, get the shot you want to do, all of a sudden you got a 5-point lead right now, could end up being 10 or 12.
Oh, I shouldn't be laughing, but I got a friend on the other side who was watching this game and happened to get a nice Snapchat video of the referee airing up his shoes before.
Airing up his shoes?
Oh, yeah, you got to pump them up, man. Oh, here we go. South Callaway with the ball, 7 minutes to go. And a steal. Great play by Schlotzauer.
Okay, now slow things down and get a good shot. This is a really big possession in this game.
His active hands by Dane Schlotzauer. Now Bailey going to set up the offense. He's working against Tabor Gray. Comes off a screen set by Cashman. Goes back to Schlotzauer. Lucas Cashman comes back to meet the pass. Finds Moon. Tipton has been very patient under pressure. Bailey, that was a tough one as Tabor Gray all over him. Bailey creates some space, telling Tabor, get off me, man. And
wow.
What a pass. No look finds Moon. I don't know if Moon was quite ready for it. It wouldn't fall. Oh, my goodness.
That was about as pretty a pass as you'll see in high school basketball right there. I don't know how he saw the window, kind of predicted it, kind of threw his man open a little bit. And sometimes you're just so open that you can't hit it.
What a play by Bailey. The kid's got eyes in the back of his head, I swear. But it's still just a 5-point game, 6:30 to go. This is the 3-6 matchup, but on paper only.
Yeah, and if you're Tipton, you could even, you know, undersell your team a little bit. That should be a charge.
Oh, a tough break there. Schlotzauer can't believe it. He thought he had position and got there in time. The officials disagreed. So Tabor Gray, I feel like has really had his fingerprints all over this second half.
Oh, no doubt about it. I think it was, I don't want to say it was an adjustment made at halftime because he did shoot the ball out in the first half, but it seems as if his coach told him, hey, let's get a little closer to the basket, try to attack, draw some fouls, which is what he has done, and he's done it very effectively here in the second half.
He's also been money from the free throw line as he knocks down another, cuts the lead to 4 with 6:24 to go here in the Como Connect fourth quarter.
Yeah, he's perfect from the free throw line. That's 6 for 6 now tonight.
And it's just a 3-point ball game. Trying to break this press. It's just straight man pressure. You can honestly clear out and just let Bailey go to work, but Tabor has played good defense on him. Bailey works him up the court, gets it into the front court now. Splits the double team. Beautiful pass to Moon. He's fouled. Shot won't fall, but he'll go to the line for 2.
It's the second time where if you're Bailey, you're like, man, I feel like I deserved an assist there, but this time we'll go to the line, and maybe not on paper he gets the assist, but in our heads, we know who set it up.
Yeah, Bailey, we always talk about his scoring, and he is such a proficient shooter and can light up the scoreboard anytime, but his passing has been nothing shy of elite in this game. Moon's first free throw up and good. I don't know why I vividly remember last year in this Tipton tournament, free throws plagued the Cardinals, but they have shot the ball a lot better here.
Yeah, I was going to say, knock on wood, they've only missed sorry, I take that back. 3 free throws tonight.
Well, he didn't miss there. Nails from Moon. It's 51-46. Lead back at 5. Coming up after this, we'll have a bit of a rivalry game. Eldon Lady Mustangs versus the Versailles Lady Tigers. Strong take. Oh, yeah, Crocker went to the basket hard. But, I mean,
Haas just stood there.
yeah, Haas just put his hands up. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. If you want to run into me, you're more than welcome to. But that is, you are entitled to your space and the rule of verticality. And, Haas occupies a lot of it.
He does.
And a foul on the press, so
Now they're picking up in a full court, like orchestrated press here. This isn't just the token pressure. They're going to bring a double team.
they're looking to trap, and they're taking away the next pass. A heads-up play by Bailey to Wade as he gets Schlotzauer to come back and meet it. Over to Cashman, up to Bailey. This is where basketball IQ starts to show, to see how you handle the press. Schlotzauer, over to Moon, back to Bailey on the right side. He's got Tabor Gray all over him.
That's his third, and it doesn't really play big of a factor here. You're thinking 5:35, he's not going to get 2 fouls. But with how aggressive South Callaway has been and how tightly contested this game's been, you can see it maybe going into overtime, and all of a sudden South Callaway's most dominant player in this game is fouled out. You're liking what you're seeing.
I'll go one step further. That's 3 team fouls. We're 2 away from free throws.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's huge when both teams have shot free throws well. Bailey working against Tabor. Gives it to Schlotzauer on the right side. 5:25 to go in a 5-point Tipton lead in the 3-6 matchup. It's poked loose, though.
Wow.
And accidental contact there as Haas was diving for the ball. The problem is the player's leg was in the way of the ball. And Haas, once again, you get that big body going, it's kind of hard to slow it down.
And we've got someone, I think that's Dane Darty, holding his knee now. You never want to see that after someone gets wiped out like that.
No, that's just it's just a shot on a player who wasn't ready to take it, but it looks like they're going to help him up. I think he may be all right, just took a little bit of a bruise there on the side perhaps, but yeah,
that's tough. It's a lot of body running into you right there, and that's something else to note. That's the 4th foul on Haas, so he's really got to be careful. That's definitely not how you envisioned him getting his 4th foul.
No, especially with the battles that he's had to have tonight, fighting down low against Adam Laux, the 6'6" senior. Plus, then they can bring in Ethan Edwards, who's out there right now, 6'5", and a junior. So ball goes back to South Callaway, trailing by 5 with 5:15 to go in this one. On the attack, giving it up, Crocker, a little 2-man game. 3 ball on the way, goes off the back iron, rebound fought for, tipped out. Last touch by Schlotzauer, Tabor Gray had a look, shot just a little too strong.
Something that I could envision hurting both of these teams, no matter who it is that matches up against Camden tonight, is the lack of boxing out. Everyone's kind of just jumping for the rebound. Feels like you got to get a body. Oh, that's a big shot.
Yeah, a big 3 knocked down in the corner. That was hit by Tucker Jones. So just like that, 51-49. We've got a 2-point game. Timeout called. We'll take the break as well. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Ozark Regional Insurance, an independent insurance agency, combines friendly customer service with quality insurance products, including home, auto, life, health, business, farm, and recreational vehicle insurance. Owned by Phil Hilty, Ozark Regional Insurance services the Lake and Central Missouri. For a quote, visit them in Tipton at 309 U.S. Highway 50 West or call 660-433-0108. And Megan Randall, manager in Versailles at 609 West Newton or call 378-6081.
About ready to resume action here in the Como Connect 4th quarter. Just a 2-point game, 5:02 to go. Tipton holding on to a 2-point lead after a big corner 3, a knockdown by Tucker Jones.
Again for Tipton here, I feel like the name of the game is kind of slow things down as they throw it away there, and you got to be able to break this press. I almost feel like you just put it in the hands of Jackson Bailey and let that double team come and then let him make a decision, because he is so good and so high IQ when it comes to holding the basketball.
You think back to 2nd and 3rd grade when you were taught about pass fakes and all that and how much, you didn't care at the time. This is where those fundamentals become huge.
No joke. They always say don't jump pass, and it's like, well, it works right now. Yeah, but then you see it creeping up right now.
Cashman, and Haas, 2-man game. What a find! The backdoor cut by Moon. Schlotzauer saw him sneaking up, hit him with a bullet pass for the lay-in, 53-49, the Tipton lead.
Zach Moon having the game of his career right here. He's creeping up on a 20-piece tonight. Got 19 now.
Crocker tries to answer, and he does so with a big 3. 53-42. We've got a 1-point game with 4:20 to go.
Hitting the 3-pointers when they matter is South Callaway. Almost a backcourt.
Oh, Bailey. I think Bailey thought that Haas was going to keep going across the paint, and he tried to look off the defender, and Haas didn't think that Bailey was coming with the pass. By the time the pass was in the air, Haas realized, I can't get there.
You cannot let the wheels fall off here if you're Tipton. Got to have a big defensive possession. South Callaway with a ton of momentum right now and a chance to take their first lead since, I think, the beginning of the third quarter.
Colton Crocker working on Bailey. Coming back to meet it. Tabor Gray goes to the rim. Left hand, count it. Just like that. South Callaway has regained this lead, 53-54. Now a turnover by the Cardinals. Tabor tries the three, gets it. What a run by South Callaway to open up a 4-point lead with 3:45 to go. I mean, Tipton has led, trying to see continuously.
They've led since the beginning of second half,
yeah,
right?
They got the first bucket of the third quarter. This is the first time South Callaway has led in the second half, but no better time to lead.
Yeah, I mean, South Callaway has been nails here in the fourth quarter when it comes to shooting. They haven't necessarily always gotten shots off. Tipton's done a good job of forcing turnovers early in the quarter, but all of a sudden they're getting open looks and they're not missing. There's not much you can do about that.
So we will see if Tipton can put the wheels back on this bus and get things moving in the right direction. If I'm the Cardinals, I'm going right to the iron.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They have had some success from the three-point line, but honestly, just put the ball in the hands of your playmakers, whether it's Schlotzhauer or you give it off to Jackson Bailey, who is probably the obvious choice, and you say, hey, get to the rim, take over. I need you to be a leader this year. Go get a basket.
Well, I'm here to tell you, if you need a three, I'm dialing up Dane Schlotzhauer. He has been nails right now.
I think he's 3 for 4 on the night. He missed an early one, and I thought it looked really good, and then all of a sudden he rattled 3 straight.
Struggle getting it in. Bailey comes back to meet a double team waiting. A good spin move by Jackson Bailey. Passes on the run ahead to Will Cashman. Back to Bailey. Able to break the press. Bailey trying to get inside. Double team comes, but good job handling the ball and keeping it away from pressure. Cashman gives it up to Moon. Bailey the crossover. Gets to the free throw line. Triple team waiting out to Will Cashman. Great defense by South Callaway. Near turnover, but Haas comes back to meet it. Now Will Cashman trying to post Haas. 3:15 to go. Tipton trails by 4.
They're just fine taking some time off the clock. You don't have to go quick here, but you do want to get to the basket eventually, get a decent look.
Near 5 count, but Haas comes out. Create a passing lane. Back to Will Cashman. Cardinals looking for just the right shot here. We're under 3 to play. Still down by 4. A good pass fake by Cashman causes the player to look through before he finds his brother Lucas. Picked up. Moon gives it up. Cashman 3, dead on. He had it straight as an arrow, just needed a little more. Bailey with a steal on the other end. And they're going to say, ooh, this is a tough one. They're saying it went off Bailey. Bailey thought it went off South Callaway.
Unfortunately, it's from where the ref could see, it was probably the right call in his eyes, but that one was 50-50, really.
Como Connect fourth quarter going to come right down to the wire. 4-point lead for South Callaway, who had trailed the entire second half after leading most of the first half.
And when you live and die by the three-pointer and your three-pointers start to go in,
it can change everything, and it did. Attacking the basket. He got hand-checked on his way there, though. A good take by Tucker Jones, who's hit a couple clutch shots in this quarter.
Now Tucker Jones will go to the free throw line for just the first time tonight. It's going to end up coming down to free throws, to be honest with you. And so far, both teams have shot the free throw pretty well. In fact, South Callaway hasn't missed.
And that trend continues as Tucker knocks down the first. 58-53, lead grows to 5.
Either way, still going to be a 2-possession game here for Tipton. You got 2 minutes and 23 seconds and some pretty good shooters on your team, so you're still fine.
Second free throw long, tipped around. That's what you can't have. Tucker Jones pulls it in. His shot off the glass won't go. Rebound controlled again, this time brought in by Tabor.
Have to box out. They're just not doing it right now, trying to jump with South Callaway, and so far in this fourth quarter, South Callaway has shown a little bit of an athletic advantage on that.
Just a smidge over 2 minutes left, 5-point lead, South Callaway with the ball. Being very patient, Tabor Gray turning the corner, he hooks it up, goes drive. What a block by Lucas Cashman! Throws it ahead, Haas has to run it down and save it back. He does so, finds Moon. Pass into Will Cashman, his shot rattles around and drops home!
What a time for your first points. All of a sudden a 1-possession a game there as Will Cashman gets it to go.
That play looked like it was going to be turnover, then buckets,
yes.
and turnover ended with 2. It's just a 3-point game with 1:30 left. Tabor Gray trying to turn the corner, goes into a double team. Quick ball movement outside to Crocker.
If I'm South Callaway, I'm not taking a shot. You got 90 seconds to go.
You got to be careful playing keep away. And that is what South Callaway is going to do. Coach telling Bailey, just go pressure him. And, oh, that very well could have been an offensive foul. Tabor extending the arms. They're letting him go at it right now. And Bailey's going to get the short end of the stick. He gets called for the reach. Either of those guys could have got called for a foul in that sequence.
No doubt about it. And now, and for the rest of the game, we will see South Callaway shoot 2 free throws. And that's not the guy you want to foul. You need to try to deny next time they come down the court, not let the ball get into his hands, or maybe even foul in the backcourt, because Tabor Gray has been nailed 6 for 6 from the free throw line.
His first free throw, up and good again.
I typically believe in the announcer jinx, but so far tonight, every time I say someone's been good from the free throw line, they continue to hit their free throws.
Can you talk about all the money that I'm going to find soon? I would really appreciate it.
Seriously, I'll talk about that for myself as well.
Second free throw up and good also. So it's back to a 5-point lead, 60 to 55. 109 to go. Tipton with the ball, needing offense, and instead a turnover.
I'd foul now, honestly, unless you can get a turnover.
If you can keep Tabor from getting it, that might be the play. And I think South Callaway expected that, so they burned the timeout to reset things, and we'll burn the timeout as well. You're listening, watching, you're doing something with KS95 Sports.
PenMac Staffing has immediate job openings with long-term potential. They have excellent opportunities in Versailles, Eldon, California, and the entire Lake area. Apply online at penmac.com or call 573-392-8383 to set up an appointment for an interview. That's PENMAC.com or 573-392-8383 to apply. PenMac provides free help finding a job. Apply today and go to work right away. Your one application will find you multiple possibilities.
Holly Lift Boat Lifts. You've got your home at the lake and you found the perfect boat. Now to just make sure the boat bottom stays clean and up out of the water. Holly Lift Boat Lifts. We've been the lake's choice for reliable boat lifts for over 40 years, and we offer a lifetime warranty on our tanks. We don't just build boat lifts, we build Holly Lifts. We don't just build boat lifts, we build Holly Lifts.
All right, it's the Como Connect fourth quarter, 5-point game. Tipton Tipton off the turnover. South Callaway with the ball. Tipton needs a stop and a bucket in the worst way.
You got to think about fouling right now and not letting the ball get in the hands. Well,
instead, Crocker gets across half court, and it finds Tabor Gray, who the Cardinals did not want it to find. And Cashman going to try to pressure him here. Gray, is that a foul? Wow, what a job. Will Cashman steps up and draws the charge. Maybe a little bit of acting there, but nonetheless, he got the turnover.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. If this was a college basketball game, they might have called the flop technical foul, but here he gets the charge, and now all of a sudden Tipton with a chance again.
I have no idea what happened to my camera again. I think people are bumping the cord or something. I need to run it differently next time.
It's the way it works, always.
All right, oh well, we got it back now on the block shot. No foul as Laux and Moon get
physical
tangled up.
here down the end. But it's South Callaway's ball anyways. That was Tabor Gray kind of getting into it with the ref there. You don't want to do anything stupid, get a technical foul, and change the game right there. So just live with the fact that it's your ball.
Yeah, I like the battle that we've seen down low. That was Laux and Moon getting tied up.
Oh, foul now.
And instead, they get it ahead to Laux. He's shown that he can shoot free throws. Well, that's the problem. This whole team can shoot free throws, so there's not really a good option. Tipton looking to trap instead of foul. Laux gets in the corner, and yeah, he gets fouled by 3 guys.
Yeah, I think they were told not to foul Tabor Gray. The only problem is you let the possession get kind of deep, and now there's only 20 seconds to work with. Here, if they hit both free throws, you know, you're kind of looking like you're at odds, especially considering the clock doesn't stop after a made basket in high school basketball.
Well, we'll see. The big guy has shown that he's got range. Let's see if that range extends to the free throw line, as the first one is up and good. What a luxury that your center can step out, shoot threes, and convert at the free throw line.
You know, but anymore, that's how every single basketball player is instructed. Like, hey, you got to be able to handle the basketball. You got to be able to hit a three-pointer. As he hits that free throw and might have just put this game on ice.
Yeah, it's 7-point lead now with only 20 seconds to go. Dane Schlotzauer, deep three, goes off the front iron. Laux rebounds, goes off his hands, out of bounds. Excuse me, that wasn't Laux. That was Ethan Edwards.
Got to hit a quick three here. I think you run a play for Bailey to get open. That's what they're going to do. They're probably going to run him off of 3 screens here to get him across.
And they get it into Moon. Counted and the foul. Fancy footwork down low from Moon as he's got a chance at a three-point play.
Now 21 points on the night for him, so that's a very big bright spot for the Tipton Cardinals. Is you've got a coming out party in Jackie Moon. Not Jackie Moon, Zach Moon. I will do that a few times this season, I can assure you of that much.
A little confusion at the scorer's table.
He buzzed the horn in the middle of his own players' free throws because obviously it's the Tipton scorekeeper that is running the clock.
Usually home court advantage works the other way. And the free throw up off the back iron won't go. And pulled in by Laux. And over to, wow. He was definitely fouled as that was over to Colton Crocker.
A few times.
And with 5.7 left, he can essentially go put this game on ice if it's not already. So it's looking like South Callaway going to advance to the semifinals, the 85th annual Tipton tournament. They will meet Camdenton. Tipton will move on to face Otterville in the semifinals, the consolation bracket.
And you know Thursday night's going to be a really good game, but could you imagine if South Callaway and Versailles matched off in the championship game and there were 133s shot in this gym?
Oh, I would expect nothing less between these two. Because the problem is if Ryder sees the other team gets to shoot more threes than him, he's shooting more threes than, and it's just going to be I get a three, you get a three, we all get a three.
Steph Curry really changed the game of basketball, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Second free throw,
They
won't
missed
find
one.
the iron either. It's ahead to Bailey. He's not got much time to work, though. He pulls a logo three, puts the spin on it, knocks it down!
That's got to hurt.
Oh, Jackson Bailey from half court at the buzzer. Cardinals fall by 2 in this battle with South Callaway. What a shot, but not quite enough. It should be worth more from there, all right? He shot it from
no joke.
He shot it from the beak of the logo going the other way.
And in the fact that it was at the buzzer, they were losing. I think that, you have to give them 5 there.
I really think you should. Well, we'll take a break and come back with your post-game show. But let's get ready for Versailles and Eldon. Coming up here, you're listening to KS95 Sports.
Sacalaris Ford in Versailles is proud of their growing customer base. When a customer and their family has bought 18 Fords from the Versailles location, you know the team is doing something right. The Versailles Ford Store's sales department customer viewpoint is 100%. That means that every new vehicle sold, the customer is literally 100% satisfied. Sacalaris Ford in Versailles is big enough to serve you and small enough to care. For brand new Ford products, Ford certified pre-owned, service, tires, and Ford parts and award-winning customer satisfaction, it's Sacalaris Ford of Versailles.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
Shelter Insurance agent Aaron Long is a proud sponsor of the Tipton Cardinals.
For over a century, Seidenstricker-Nobe Partners has remained a trusted dealer serving both Missouri and Illinois. Our certified technicians are committed to delivering top-notch service, ensuring you're ready for the spring. Right now, take advantage of our special offer. Free pickup and delivery on all 1 through 5 Series John Deere compact tractors, gators, and mowers. Don't wait. Schedule your winter service today.
Offer valid through 12/30/2023. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Must be within 30 miles of SMP dealership.
All right, we're back here ready to get to the Shed post-game show after a absolute fight all the way down to the wire between the Tipton Cardinals and the South Callaway Bulldogs. And my goodness, we saw a little bit of everything in that game, including a three-quarter court heave basically to end the game from Jackson Bailey. As I get this marked down, scoring by quarters, and then I'll be ready to actually pretend I know what I'm talking about here.
I was sitting on the corner there of the sidelines while Jackson Bailey was shooting, Zach Moon was shooting those free throws. Said, you think they would give us 5 free throws to tie it up? And then when Jackson Bailey made that should be worth 5 points.
No, I completely agree. So scoring by quarter in that one for Tipton, 10, 18, 18, and 14. And for South Callaway, 14, 14, 16, but a big 18-point fourth quarter when they needed it most. What did the individual scoring look like, Ryan?
Yeah, so for Tipton, Zach Moon had 21 points, a big night out of him. Jackson Bailey added 14. It was 9 for Dane Schlotzauer. Lucas Cashman had 6. His brother Will added 2. And then Cooper Pettigrew and Emmett Haas both had 4 for them. And then for South Callaway, it was 20, a big night out of Tabor Gray. 13 out of Colton Crocker. 10 from Adam Laux. 8 out of Tucker Jones. 6 from Dane Darty. And then 2 added by Ethan Edwards.
All right. Well, that... Wait, can you guess whose son that is? He looks exactly like him. Little Culpepper running around up here. Well, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and put a wrap on this game, and we'll stop the stream and come back in just a moment with Versailles and Eldon, a little old-school Tri-County rivalry.